Hey, it's Marc from CASE-MCQ, the Center for Access to Services in English, Mauricie, Centre du Québec. If you haven't checked our website, you should do that right now. You should also go and like and follow our Facebook page to stay up to date with all the different activities the CASE-MCQ is putting on for you. Today, I'm meeting with a friend, multi-talented friend, who's done lots of entertainment work, and now I've heard he's with Fondation Dr. Clun, going to hospitals and this and that, and I reached out to him to understand what exactly does he do. He's there! It's Rémi Francoeur! The crowd goes wild. Hi, man. We're friends. I'm saying man because we've been friends for a number of years. I'm very happy to see you. And no makeup, nothing. You're the real Rémi Francoeur today. Wait, the real introduction. I had to write it down. You've always been an artist. You can juggle with fire. Kids, don't try this at home. You've done improv, even improv workshops to help people get better at it. You can walk on stilts. You're involved with Culture Mauricie. You started your own business specialized in street performing. You've done shows anywhere from Toronto all the way to the end of New Brunswick. But you put a lot of that aside to start working with your heart. You've always worked with your heart, but I mean, to work with your heart, putting clown work, compassion work with a foundation called Fondation Dr. Clun.
Yeah.
What exactly is Fondation Dr. Clun?
The greatest thing on earth, I would say. It's one of the greatest thing I've been working with because the Fondation Dr. Clun is specialized in making links in between normal human beings that are probably in need of a clown. Let's say it like this. So it's a duo of clowns that are going to meet people, mainly in hospitals or residences for elders, or we are often go as well in schools, specialized schools for different kids that are in needs. But the Fondation is mainly an organization that sends clowns in all those places, so the clowns can bring some happiness, joy, moment of wisdom sometimes, or a moment of silliness other times as well.
Yes, because we do have to understand that it's a difference of what you were doing before. When you were doing clown work before, it was just as entertainment to make people laugh, and that was the mandate. But with Fondation Dr. Clun, you're a bit like a therapy clown?
We are a therapist in a way, therapist of smile, therapist of a link in between humans, I would say. So we don't come as a therapist, really. We more come as a clown, but the fact that a clown is present with let's say, a kid that lives with a sickness, well, this kid will still be a kid. So just the fact that he's meeting a clown or a duo of clowns, he'll probably smile, he'll probably have a great moment, some joy that will come out of it. So we won't come as clowns making a show for him. We'll more come as clowns meeting him, getting to know him, talking to him, coming from what he is. We often say that in usually clowns, we do shows and entertainments about us, about what I'm doing. And then it's more about them, about the people I'm meeting and what they have around them, what they have in their life, where they're at right now, the moment we meet them.
That makes me think, I remember of a movie about a real person called Patch Adams. He was a famous clown that went to go and make people feel better, and it wasn't just a ha 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 show ha, 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 like that. It was really people that were a bit distraught or in difficult situations. Is that pretty much, you mean, the same way of thinking?
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest picture in mind of people when I talk about I'm a doctor clown. So they go like Patch Adams, and yeah, it is similar to what we see in his movie, let's say, or in the movie with Robin Williams. Patch Adams is an actual person that is still right now in 2021 going around the world in different refugee camps and places. Yeah, it's similar. So we come as clowns, but we don't have a big makeup. It's sober clown, let's say. So we do have dressed up, well, big costumes and things, but we don't have big shoes. We don't have big makeups. We don't have a strange hair. So I will wear a hat or a cap in my dressing, but I won't be super exaggerated. So we're more coming as close to what is a human being with a red nose, definitely.
It's subtle then. It's not loud for the eye. It's subtle, and I guess it's entertainment at the same time.
We give, let's say if we go in a pediatric hospital for kids, just the presence of two clowns in the alley will change the spirit of everyone. The guy getting ready some stuff, cleaning the floor, or the nurses or the doctors passing around. They'll be, oh, the clowns are there. Hello, the clowns. The clowns are just saying, hi. We're not be doing a big step or doing a big show out of a sudden. We're just saying, hey, hello. But by the presence of clowns, there's something changing in the attitude of people around. So that has an impact on everyone, let's say, where we pass, because it's out of nowhere that you see a clown there.
You're bringing sunshine.
Yeah, sometimes it's just this ray of sun that we were coming with, and people are just like, oh, that's fun. And then we don't have to do that much. We call it the quality of presence. So just by the fact that we're there, there's already something that is, in a way, a therapy for people.
You've done both. You've done clown work or street performance as a mandate just to entertain people, and you're doing this now with Fondation Dr. Clown. Is there different techniques that you need to use, simply going to hospitals or to go to elders' homes, that are different than what you used to do before?
Shortly, yes, definitely. All the artists that are working with the Fondation, we are all professional artists that have been working all around. So some are coming from the dance industry. They've been professional dancers for a while. Others are circus artists that became clown with the time. Others are actors, comedians, whatever. But we all have a background in clowning. But clowning in a relationship, clowning in a link with people is quite different, because you have to be listening way more. You have to be listening to what's going in front of you. Clown is always about having a link with the public, but all of a sudden it's just the public is one person, and it's no more public. It's a friend that you're making. So there's that, but there's also a lot of knowledge that you need to develop to be a good artistic therapist, let's say, in this way, because we are with people that are living with something special, something different, and out of a sudden it's something that you have to take care of to be sure that you're doing the right thing in the right moment also.
Did you have a lot of stuff to learn before, or is it like a job when you go, you start with someone else, tag team, or how does it work?
We always work as a duo, so I never go by myself or alone. For my mental health, I would say, for the mental health of the clowns, because we're always with someone else. So if there's something happening, we can kind of relay on each other. So there's that. So I was first working a lot with a mentor, so someone that has more experience than myself, and we've been passing some time observing also. Plus we had some workshops and different trainings that we had just in between us, not in residences or hospitals. So just in between clowns, we're working some different aspects of the job before getting to the field.
Like, you've worked with Cirque du Soleil, that's different techniques. But now, give me an example of now when you do a visit. What happens?
Sometimes, even though I'm not a musician, it will just be playing some harmonica or singing a song with the people in front of me. I remember once I was observing, but I was still a clown myself there, with one of my colleagues. A kid needed to receive some treatment, but he didn't want to receive the treatment. So the kid was yelling. He was in shock. He was really unhappy. So we could hear him from the hallway beside.
Yeah.
The corridor. So we were walking there, and we heard that there was this, but it was supposed to be the next kid we're going to see. So we kind of came in slowly but surely, getting step by step inside the room, getting our corner of the room. Some people are around, a mom, if I can remember as well. The kid is just yelling and yelling, saying no, refusing the treatment. But we know the treatment is good for him. I don't know about that treatment. I don't know anything about medical issues there, but I know that this kid is not happy right now, and we're clowns. So my colleague is just starting to play this ukulele in a small, quiet song, just some noises, happy noises, let's say. And those sounds kind of got the attention of the kid, that started to look at us. And the kid was looking at the clowns and was slowly calming down. And then at some point, after a couple minutes of small music in the background, the clowns being really quiet, not yelling, not making big jokes, just being there, and the kid looking at us, the kid kind of calmed himself enough so he could receive his treatment. It was it. I was really new to that job, but I was impressed from that.
You sometimes get emotional about stories like that, or are you able to stay in persona and keep that away and only think about it afterwards?
We think about it while we're at it as well, because we have to always keep in mind what's going on right now. Am I doing something that helps? So we have to be in the emotions, and a clown is just a big, extremely emotive persona, let's say. So the emotions are strong for the clowns, and this is what we work with. But as soon as we get out of the room, sometimes we need to get the nose off and take a deep breath or two or three, and maybe sometimes take a 5 minutes break and kind of calm down ourselves. Sometimes it's a happy moment and we need to like oof, take it back. But sometimes it's more a sad moment, because it happens as well. Sometimes we get news from kids we know, or adults we know, because we also work with elders, and sometimes the people we know, they're no more there in the room the next week we come back. So this is also something that we have to live with.
Do you have another happy anecdote?
Yes, let's go back to happiness. I work in schools, also specialized schools for kids with different issues or disabilities, let's say. So sometimes we're in schools with kids that, you know, you look at them and it feels like they have no big issues, but sometimes it's kids, they live with strong autism spectrum problems, let's say. and and once we got in a room for one of the first time in a class, and you know, in the class there's some kids that they're each of them kind of moving around by themselves, and there's a kid that is alone in a different separate room with a window door. So the kid is behind the window door, and we're kind of just asking in clown, are we allowed to get inside there, to one of the adults there. And he said, yeah, go ahead, but you know, sometimes he bites, so take you the time you need. So we're just going to the door, and I kind of understood that this kid didn't really want to be annoyed by the clowns or the things that were happening beside. It was too noisy. This is why he was keeping himself calm behind the door. So I just went to the door and I looked at him, my hands on the door and looking at him. And he started to look at me, and he kind of approached himself. So I stepped back. So by stepping back, he could come forward to the door. So we kind of started this relationship through the door, even though the door wasn't locked, even though we could get inside. So instead of just going in, I kind of waited there because I was a clown, because he was there, because it was something different for him. He kind of came to me, and we started this game with hands on the door, you know,
On the
just
windows?
just on the window, through the window, we were kind of through the glass giving a kind of a beat together. So I was going boom boom, he was going boom boom, and again and again. And then at a moment, I knew I could get in. So I just opened the door and I got in, and I was sitting with him, and the door was just open behind me. And the kids were still playing around, but he was calm, he was embodying, and we started to play with our physical hands together. And I heard two teachers by the door just saying, oh, look, they're touching each other. That was something really special, because this kid never wanted to touch anyone. I never have met him before, but as a clown taking my time, I had this moment of opportunity. And right now, this year, so almost 2 years later, I still see this clown, this kid, sorry,
This child, yes.
this child. We're still together. Sometimes once a week, we see each other through the internet. Every time he sees us, he wants to play with us. So we're making dances, and he's dancing, stepping by himself, and he's with the other kids in the group right now this year. And he's the number one kid playing with the clowns.
Bravo. I'm getting teared up listening to that. Bravo. Remy, what you guys are doing is incredible. I've got the internet site right here, the website. And I guess if someone would want to help the foundation, Fondation Dr. Clown, there's a tab that says support us. So there's partnerships, funding, fundraising, making a donation, or becoming a volunteer. That's different ways to support what you guys are doing right now.
Yeah, people can go on the website anytime. And also, I suggest if people are on different social media, you can find Fondation Dr. Clown. So you can go on Facebook, Instagram, and I even think we have a TikTok, if ever you follow that.
Perfect, we'll do that. I guess you can see firsthand that mental health is the basis for everything else.
We often say that for everyone, just be happy and your life will be easier. But if you're sick, if you're alone, if you have issues in your life, well, your mental health needs to come back, or to be as strong as possible. And and I think as clowns, we kind of come with the opportunity to just have some moment of joy, moment of silliness. Sometimes it's not really funny. It's just light. It's just musical. It's just dance. It's just something that is poetry, let's say. But yeah, it gives I think an open space for the mental health to
stay happy and stay strong. It's I
yeah.
think it's the basis. Yes. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Sometimes it's just light. It's nothing really concentrated during the day, but it's just like a happy, fluffy moment that comes and
Yeah.
disturbs something that would probably be boring, a boring day. Let's say someone sees this video and says, "Hey, I think I could be a therapy clown." What prerequisites would they need? As you said, most of your colleagues all had some clown work
Yeah.
beforehand, right?
Well, if someone wants to be a therapy clown, there's different ways. The Fondation Dr. Clown is an organization that is giving workshops and different trainings that are offered. You can go by the website and find some information about that. But there's also different ways of just trying to involve yourself into therapy clown. You can go by the Fondation, the foundation, Dr. Clown, or there's different organizations around the province of Quebec that I know of, and there's some all around the world, in fact. So there's different ways. Let's say if someone is listening right now and says, "Oh, I want to do that in life," well, I suggest you go on the internet and find information about how do I become a clown.
Google would be your friend.
Definitely.
Do you have any wise last words for anyone in internet land about Fondation Dr. Clown, about Rémi Francoeur, about being happy?
Well, silliness and kindness are two great things you can find in your personal life every single day. And I'm sure you can open your mind to some silliness today, right now, in 5 minutes. So just don't keep it for yourself. Share it with others. If people are seeing something silly around, they might have a smile, and that smile might give someone else a smile. And that's really contagious.
And it's free.
And it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
I love the human being that you are, Rémi Francoeur. Have a super day, man.
Have a super day. Bye-bye, internet. See you soon.